No, what's the extent of the wait for services for some people to get a transplant? How severe is the need for people to get services?
Well, you know what? We have our CEO of the National Kidney Foundation.
Sure.
She can
Yeah.
answer
Okay.
that
Right.
a little
Right.
clearer
Yeah.
than I could.
Thank
Yeah.
you. It depends.
Why don't you come on over here,
Oh,
and then
sorry.
you can hear you in the
Tell us who you are,
microphone.
please.
Okay, sure.
Please.
Wow, this is great. Stephanie Hutchinson, I'm the CEO for the National Kidney Foundation of Florida. And the wait for services and/or transplant depends on the patient. So it depends on how they qualify for where they stand on the waiting list. And then, of course, it takes, for them to qualify for Medicare, once they have ESRD, it takes them about 30 days to get Medicare once they've been diagnosed with end-stage renal disease.
I was one of the fortunate ones because I had a family member. My second cousin donated a kidney to me, so I had a lot of different options. But like I said, there's a lot of individuals that aren't as fortunate as I was.
Now, does whether you've got insurance or not, is that a factor as to whether you're going to, where you are on the list?
Absolutely. On the I'm sorry. Okay. Well, you have to have two forms of insurance to be put on the list in the first place. The organ procurement organizations want to make sure that you'll be financially able to continue to pay for your medications once you've had the transplant. So even to be put on the list, you have to have two forms of insurance.
So this will give an opportunity for
Exactly.
a second form of insurance?
A secondary insurance, correct, that's right. So they would have Medicare, and then for those who don't have any type of private insurance or any other type of insurance, Medigap would provide
For
that.
under 65.
Under 65,
Only for
correct.
patients who are under 65. If you can't choose what age your kidneys fail. If your kidneys fail when you're over 65, you have secondary insurance in Medigap. In Florida, if your kidneys fail when you're under 65, there is no availability for Medigap as secondary. This fixes that problem.
Ms. Hutchinson, I wanted to ask you what
Sure.
what it means to the cause that you're involved in, to have someone like Alonzo Mourning as a
Well, I don't even think I have words to say how privileged we are to have Alonzo Mourning as a spokesperson for this issue. It's very important, and I think he's been able to garner a lot of support today for this, and it's just the right thing to do, and he's actually done that, and we're so proud. Thank you.
You know what? Back when I was diagnosed in 2000, I asked God, why right now? That evidently there's something else much bigger that's going to come out of all this. And it wasn't a good feeling because I was at the top of the world at that particular time, and I was humbled. It was a humbling experience. But now, these type of situations give me the answers that I was looking for. I had to go through something very devastating and humbling to help me understand that now that I'm opening up opportunities, and I'm a voice for a lot of other individuals, that have had or are suffering through some of the same things that I had to go through. So I think that a lot of good has come out of me going through it. And I feel like I've been able to touch more lives off the court than I have on the